Omagena tamarandasya gananjana salakaya chakshamatam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Shri Chaitanya manobishtam shtapitam bhutale swayambhu bhagadamayam dadanti svampadantikam. Ma Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhattare Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Praskajayate Satarani Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Following in the footsteps of Srila Krishna's Kaviraj, who writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chota Bada Bhakti Gana Vandanam Shri Charam. Srila Krishna's Kaviraj says, Vandanam, I bow down, Charan, to the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas. Chota Bada. Chota, whether they're small, inferior, not advanced, or neophyte. Chota Bada, advanced, realized. In other words, all Vaishnavas I bow down to. I bow down to all the Vaishnavas within the ISKCON mission, ladies and men, sannyasis, leaders, all the Vaishnavas outside the ISKCON mission, any Vaishnav, irrelevant of institutional affiliation. So I'm reading from this book, A Struggling Sadhak, and it's page 76, and it's called Good Fortune by Serving Srila Prabhupada. So I'll read and then I'll stop and elaborate. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela is full of Alduya compassion. Anyone who joins will receive Krishna Prem. How fortunate I am to be part of this mission. My good fortune knows no limit. What have I received is inconceivable. And what is my qualification? Nothing. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. So material energy is conceivable. You can measure it. Length, breadth. Even we have some conception of time going back to BC, before Christ, etc. But spiritual energy is inconceivable. And you can't fully comprehend or understand it, like the frog in the well. So I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So I was 20 years old, and I wandered into the Berry Place Temple in London, and the Vaishnavas were very keen to accept me, and suddenly I became an inmate, along with my senior godbrothers, Raghuveer Prabhu, who's now Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, Subhag Maharaj, Rajendra Nandana Maharaj from Malaysia, passed away, Janananda Maharaj, Brahamurti, Jagabandhu, Yashasvini, so many nice Vaishnavas, Devadharma, etc. Carrying on with the poem, I gave some of my life to a pure devotee. For him, I went to a foreign country. Well, now South Africa is no longer foreign. It's my place, being here 50 years. And England, to me now, is a foreign country. Of course, this whole material world is foreign. And we don't belong here, and we're just passing through. But we forget that. We become overly attached to the husband, to the wife, to the children, to the situation. Continuing, I gave some of my life to a pure devotee. For him, I went to a foreign country. I followed his instructions. I offered him Guru Puja. I ate his remnants. And what do I get in return? Guaranteed entrance into Goloka Vrindavan to dance in Prema Ras with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his Parikars, written the 16th of July, 97 at Gita Nagari. So guaranteed entrance into Goloka Vrindavan. One of my favorite statements in a general way is Canto 6, Chapter 3, Introduction, last paragraph, where Prabhupada says, word for word, "It is a fact that even a chronically sinful person who chants the holy name, even though not completely without offenses, does not take another material birth." I would like you to memorize that. Chronically sinful. So we are not chronically sinful. We're trying to be chronically pure. We are chanting, and sometimes there are offenses. Namaparad, namapashranam. But even though one chants not completely without offenses, Prabhupada says, you'll not take another material birth. So if it's not another material birth, we don't merge, we don't vanish, we don't disintegrate. We take birth in Krishna's pastimes. So where are those pastimes? They're within the material world. Right now, pastimes are going on in the material world. Ram's pastimes, Nrsingadev's Lord Chaitanya. Just like the sun sets, the sun has not vanished. It's just we can't see it anymore. For a simple child, you may say, the sun has gone to sleep, the sun has vanished. But when that child grows up, the child knows the sun can be seen on the other side of the world. So Lord Chaitanya's pastimes concluded 500 years ago, as did Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda. They're continuing now in some other Brahmanda, in some other material universe. And when we take birth there, it's called Vastu Siddhi. It's not completely pure, as explained by the Krishna Chakravarti Thakur, the sages in the forest of Jarakanda. The name will come in a minute. Shruti Chari Gopis, and the other one. So they all took birth as gopis and continue practicing. And that's called Vastu Siddhi. Although not completely perfect, they purified themselves. Text, dream. This is entitled Dream. This morning I dreamt of Srila Prabhupada. He was sitting behind a low desk, and on the corner of the desk I had my tape recorder ready to record him. I began glorifying him, but he interrupted me and began speaking about his Guru Maharaj. I then pointed out that it would have been nice if we, as disciples, could have had more of his association. I began to explain that as ISKCON grew and he became the world acharya, it became impossible for him to give time and attention to every disciple. Srila Prabhupada began to respond, but I don't recall what he said. I only distinctly remember the feeling of wanting to glorify him directly. Well, my senior godbrother, Burijan Prabhu, Prabhupada told him, my only regret is that I was not able to train all of my disciples. Burijan Prabhu told me that. And then in the beginning stage, Prabhupada was on a familiar name base with his disciples, but then he only had 40 or 50. But then it expanded, and his position also became more formalized. Went from Swamiji to Acharya to Jagat Guru Acharya, and he wanted to spend more time, obviously, translating. So in conclusion, we should want to become close to the Guru. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there is this wonderful verse, Tasmat Guru Padashraya, Siksha Diksha Sikshadinam, Va Manu Vanavantante, Vishvambara Guru Seva, Vatma Vanavantante, Vishvambara Guru Seva. So I'll start again. Tasmat Guru Padashraya. Tasmat, therefore, Tasmat Guru Padashraya. We should take shelter of Guru. Siksha, Diksha, Sikshadinam. We should take Siksha, instruction, Diksha, and become initiated. I think perhaps my favorite line in this verse is Vishvambara Guru Seva. Vishvambara means with great affection, with intimacy, with feeling, with emotion. Vishvambara Guru Seva. Serve Guru with intimacy, with affection, with love, with feeling. Vishvambara. And not just external affection, but real deep affection. So this should be our goal. If there's an opportunity for us to render personal service to Diksha Guru or Siksha Guru, we should do this. Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru, these words are synonymous. They're equal and identical manifestations of Krishna's mercy as described in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Lord Krishnadas Kaviraj. So, serve, intimacy, affection, feeling. And Prabhupada has also written in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kanishta Bhakta, Madhyam Bhakta, Uttama Bhakta. And he said that the Madhyam Bhakta is worshipable for the Kanishta Bhaktas and non-devotees, and the Madhyam Bhakta is a via medium. So although a Madhyam Bhakta is not a Jivan Mukta Mahapurush, and the lowest stages of Madhyam Bhakta may not have understood his or her sarup with Krishna, they're still worshipable. So please meditate on this very carefully. Vishvambara Guru Seva, serving the Vaishnav, especially Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru, with affection, with love, with feeling, with concern. Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo.